Morning, guys and girls. Up the farm as usual, Monday morning. I've just done water temps at 11.2. So we've got, just around 2 weeks now before we harvest. Although we've got some warm weather coming for later this week, the week after is looking considerably colder with quite cold nights. So I think we'd be good. I think that water temperature will duck just down below 10 degrees by the time we harvest, which just makes it safer, better for transport, better for handling fish. The oxygen in the water the water holds more oxygen at that sort of temperature. Fish are more stable, they're starting to slow down, and it just makes everything better. So that's a really good sign. So what am I up to? I'm flying back over to the UK on Thursday from my good mate Justin Hamilton's wedding, and on the Friday, so I fly into Stansted I think Thursday afternoon, late afternoon, and then Saturday morning I've got to fly back because obviously I've got to start getting prepped here and ready for harvest. So it's going to be a hectic one, and I better not get too pissed on the Friday night, otherwise it could be a bit of a savage journey back up to Stansted. Anyway, so we got that. From now till I leave Thursday, I'm still prepping. It's the temperatures are good, it's warm, it's lovely time to get the rest of these trails, as much rock as I can get down, I'm getting down, and it's just gonna, in the long term, make life so much easier here, with less mud, carnage and chaos. So that's the plans. I've bought 50 meters of pipe, proper black sort of aggie pipe that I'm going to use to I'm going to dig a siphon in this afternoon along on the dam wall of the main lake into the tank. And what I'm going to do is I'll show you later, I'm going to leave a long tail in the water on the main lake, and then as I'm dropping that, we've got it dropped to 1 meter, I can undo it and still have it siphoning water into the tank. So it just means I keep getting fresh water through there, and I don't have to put aeration on it. So that's the plan. I'll try and get all of that done today, but I'm just going to keep going with it. So we'll see how we go. All right, catch us. I'll keep you posted. Another thing I was asked actually recently is, have you not got the trees come down? These trees along here, and although they're beautiful, these two big ones here, and a lot of these behind me, were all supposed to be down end of August, beginning of September. I chased up the guy, and unfortunately he hadn't got permission through from the council to do it, so therefore, or for the local commune to do it, so therefore it hasn't been done. It's going to be done next summer. The reason for it, as I've said before, look at the leaf litter. Look at the amount of leaf litter that gets in the water. And that, of course, just breaks down on the bottom, causes more silt. So it's one of the good reasons that I want to try and get rid of them. Also will bring more light into this side. It'll bring more light in as the sun comes over here. Heat up these shallows now that I've created them, create a warmer environment in here, which is always, seems to be 1 to 2 degrees colder than the main lake. And that colder water obviously causes, it just means that they wake up a little bit later. Their growing season's a little bit smaller, and therefore I don't quite get the growth potential out of the fish in this lake. And this lake will be taking C2s up to C3s in the coming years. It's all been a bit of a mishmash in these last few years because we've had I've had multiple different fish coming through, but this will end up with about 150 C2s going in here in 1.8 acres. Got plenty of depth off the dam as well, nearly 8-9 foot. I'll grow them on in here up into their C3 into the winter of their third summer, and then they'll be put down into the main lake. I'm hoping to be able to get them up into that sort of 14, 12 to 14 pound sort of range, that sort of 6-7 kilos at the end of that third summer. And then they go into the main lake and they make mid-20s. That's the plan, Stan. We shall see how we go. Okay, about that. Well, it might just look like a pile of rock to you, but that is a seam of crushed granite. I've managed to take a car to drop a couple of trees. All of this stuff's bigger, and this is what I've been putting on the base of the tracks. But I was thinking I was going to have to buy a load of, 0.40 or 0.80 then to fill in the gaps. But I've just come across this huge seam of old crushed granite, and it's just absolutely perfect for filling the gaps. So I'm super happy. I've done this bit up here. You can see how much better it comes out once it gets tracked in. Yeah, really happy. I only got a little bit more to do, but I couldn't get the bloody dumper started, so I'm just going to take the battery home and put it onto charge overnight. I didn't bring the generator to jump start it. So anyway, that's the story of the day. I've got a load dug out. I'm really happy with that. So if I can get that done and put down tomorrow, I should pretty much have all the paths done. I really need to do a bit out the front when you come into the property. So I might just do that as well tomorrow, but I've got Wednesday as well, so I've got plenty of time. And then I'll when I'm doing the actual putting this loamy crushed granite on the dam wall, I shall then dig in while I'm up there with the machine. I'll then dig in that 25mm pipe and get that siphon going into the tank. So yeah, all good. All right, catches. Well, I haven't done much video. I haven't done any before now, obviously today. I've just been super busy, so I've finished all the trails now. I've finished winterizing them, getting all the top layer, which is this crushed granite on the top of the other stuff. And to be fair, I'm pretty bloody happy with it. It's a big machine, and I can't track it in as well as I would with my little machine. But I'll show you what I've done. There's a bit of it done now, and it's going to make life a lot less muddy here in the future. Okay, so there we go. Granite tracks. So as you can see, I haven't got so much fill in there, but as you can see, it's a pretty solid base on there, and then this crushed granite on the top. It should bed in really nicely and set up like concrete, this stuff. So it should do a bloody good job. We will see, won't we? We will see. But I've managed to do it all the way up to the top of the top lake. I've done all this big turnaround area here and made that all good. And then I've actually ended up doing this whole section. I'd hit and missed a couple of sections because I thought it would, there was already some stuff that I'd put down last year, but I thought, sod it, I'll do it all. And then we're not going to just get any muddy sections. So I managed to get all this bit done. And I also put it on top on the dam, on the main dam wall. So I'm really happy with that as well. I didn't go any further here. As you can see, there's still enough stone left down here that I put in last year. It just didn't have a big enough base on it, and it sunk. So hang on, let's stop. So here we are on the what's that? On the dam wall. So this has all been filled in as well. It ain't bad. It's going to bed in quite nicely, I think, and be solid to take the machinery along and the trailer. Last year it was pretty dodgy backing the trailer along here, and it was pretty slippery, and yeah, it wasn't the best one. So this is going to be a darn sight better. So yeah, so there we go. Done and dusted, thank God. Hope that's enough and hope it does the job. Now I've just got tomorrow to come up here and put in the 25mm siphon pipe. So all I'm going to do is just dig a little channel here, just a little channel down there, and then shoot the 25mm pipe into that tank, because then that's going to have fresh water from here for at least 48 hours when I've got fish in there. And of course that'll keep the oxygen levels high and no chance of having any ammonia spikes. I mean, this time of year it should be all right anyway. I believe the water temperature, I've looked at the forecast now, and I'm thinking that that next week It's looking like the end of next week's getting a bit colder, so I reckon that water temperature will just come down around that 10 degrees, which would be spot on. So yeah, so Thursday back over to the UK for Jut's wedding, and then Saturday back over here, and then it's all set up time. I'll be flat out like a blooming, well, like a flat out thing, trying to get everything prepped and ready. But yeah, exciting times ahead. And then it's on like Donkey Kong for the weekend of the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. And then it'll just be kicking back, grim bastards galore, and a big rainbow session. So looking forward to that. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. Well, so I look absolutely rooted. Didn't sleep last night. Major issues. Trailer's not ready for. Going to be ready to do my deliveries next weekend. So I'm having to push everything back the week after. Which is major problematic. I've got clients that were flying over to, you know, select their fish and to, you know, put them into the lakes and stuff. So I've had to contact all of them. Supposed to be going to Rainbow. So that's going to have to be pushed a few days late. Won't get down there till probably Monday, late Monday. I tell you, what a bloody game. Just getting everything ready. I talk you through all the gear, you know, all the gear that you need. I'm going to be chasing my tail because I'm supposed to be flying out tomorrow for my mate's wedding. So, yeah, it's just all bloody happening at the moment. Anyway, I'll take you through the gear. Mountains of gear, mountains and mountains of gear needed. These are to hold the net up. Once you've got fish in, a couple of dry suits. Got 3 swimming pools this year. 3 swimming pools, the big round one and 2 smaller rectangular ones. All my nets, obviously nets to get fish out when they're inside the actual main nets. Got aeration units as backup when we're on the road. My tank, which I always have on the back of the Ranger, just keeps weight on the Ranger when you're carrying the big load. Buckets, grading buckets. Got the Bio VX, make sure all the tanks and that are clean, make sure the nets are good and sterilised. Over here, all of me 1 metre holding cages, all ready to rock and roll. Pump just in case we need it, which I will for the small tank below the dam, because I'm going to need to get them tench out and get them up to Benoit. Generator and stuff just in case you need it, and petrol. Loads of different waders, and in here I've got all my retainers as well, and weighing gear. So yeah, mountain of stuff. Trying to get it all prepped and ready now, and then I don't have to worry about it going forward. So yeah, there you go. It's all happening. It's all happening. I'm gonna have to shit up the farm now and just I've got a feed for them before I go away tomorrow. So I'll keep you posted if there's anything happening up there. My luck, it'll just be carnage or something else will have happened. Say lovey. Catch you later. Bye bye.